What a difference. And notice I took down the stakes I had here because I decided I am going to curve it. It's not that hard to do. So I am going to curve in, keep it right by the stone fence, come back out this way, go back in that way, keep it right along the stone fence. And then look at this. All the space in the world. All right, a little bit of progress here. And I did put the curves in around the stumps. I think this is going to work out really nice. What I did is I laid down track around the stumps and I simply put the stakes in where the track ended up. So that should curve fine. And then down here, same thing. Goes around this monster hosta. And then out this way. And here's where I'm stopping for now. And everything's been leveled. So that should work out really well. And over here, as you can see, we still got a little bit of cleanup to do. I got myself a burn barrel because that's legal in our town. You can't burn open, but you can burn in a burn barrel. So we just had a rain, so when things dry out a bit, I'm gonna take up all this detritus that's left around here and then burn it all. And then when that's all done, then I'm gonna dump tons of rock salt around here to try to kill everything that's growing up. And then I'll go ahead and continue extending this all the way out here and around and then back. So let's get the other strip of L-trim on, and that'll do it for today. All right, there she blows. And that's gonna work out just fine. Now, my one concern with these corners, something I mentioned in I think it was my second video that I did on this, is that when you do a curve, like if I use a 36-inch curve here or a 56 or 54-inch curve track here, the track that's on the outside can't have that same radius because it doesn't work out that way when you join them back up. So you have to have different radii. Now I have 36, 54, and 92. So I'm hoping between all that I can find a way to make the curves so that they function properly. Maybe it's not going to be an issue, I don't know, but because I can flex the track just a little bit back and forth while I'm putting it in. So we'll have to wait and see when I start putting the track on how that goes. And things like this over here, where because of the angle of the bracket, the metal gets pinched. Doesn't matter to me because I'm just screwing in the Trex on top of that, and the Trex doesn't care. It's just, this is just to stabilize. I keep saying Trex, the composite wood. And I will probably have to trim this monster a little bit right here, or maybe I can just push it underneath when I put the track on, but we'll see how big it gets. This is the biggest it's ever been. It really likes this area of the yard, I guess. So that's it for now. And I did notice inside the station over there, there is a little wilt water infiltration. I'm not sure where it's coming from because we did have some pretty heavy rains over the past few days. So I'm not exactly sure where that water's coming from, but it isn't too bad in there. And the track's not rusting because I have the Noox on it, so I might just leave it. I built the shelves inside the shed so that I can store the trains there when they're not in use rather than leave them in the station. Yeah, so the next thing is to clear all this out over here, and once that's done, then I'll be ready to continue. And I'm thinking I don't have enough posts and I don't have enough L-trim, because I'm 2/3 of the way through my L-trim now, and I might have enough, because I don't just want to put a circle here. I want to bring it out here to about this location, then make the circle, and then come back. So I'd still need about 20 feet more here. So 2 more strips there, and then I'll have to make the 8-foot curve around here and back. So that's at least 40, 80, 100. I'll see. If I have to buy more, I'll buy more. And if I have to buy more of these, I have 1 box left. I have 2 boxes left. So I have 24 of these. So hopefully that'll be enough. 24 of the posts. I have enough brackets. So we'll see. I am notoriously bad at calculating this stuff. Hi there, chipmunk. They're all wondering, what the heck is he building out here? Well, they're gonna see in a little bit. And here we have the beginning of the track bed. And this went on surprisingly smooth. I was happy about that. That's the composite wood. And all I did was just underneath, I just used 1/2" number 10 stainless steel machine screws and just screwed it right in to the L-trim. And there are a couple little, gaps here and there, but it doesn't matter because the track's just going to go right over that. Same here. So I got the straight runs done. I'm going to leave the curves for another time because I'm going to have to bring out my chop saw for that, and didn't want to get it out right now. It's getting late in the day. Yeah, and so there's the last straight run where the posts are. And by the way, you might notice all the beautiful plantings that are out here and how incredibly clean it was since a video a while back. And that's because Karen has been doing yeoman's work planting and weeding and cleaning everything up, so it actually looks really pretty back here now with our little Dutch people and St. Francis. So that's it until we clean up that mess over there. Or maybe I can get the bunny to do it. We give him free food, so. All right. So what I've done is I've just laid out the track the way I want it to go here. And here's the big turnaround at the far end. And we'll just come around. Nice big swoop. And then right back into the route. So now all I've got to do, now that I know the exact layout that I need, is just get my stakes and put them down exactly where I need to at 2-foot intervals to make the curve. And then I can start laying down the L-trim. And once all of that L-trim is down, then I'm going to finish off all the track base and we'll be ready to start laying track. All right, after an hour and a half of work, that's what I got. It's ridiculous. There are so many rocks in the soil. I can't bang any of these in. So what I did is I simply laid out the pattern that I'm gonna need so I can take the track up and not leave that there getting rusted. And I'm gonna have to get the shovel and just dig out each one of these post footings to get all the rocks out of there. Then I can bang them in. And that I'm going to leave for another day. And there it is. I was rather pleased that my calculations proved to be pretty darn accurate. I had exactly the right number of posts. I had enough of the L trim to make it all work, and the right amount of nuts and bolts, so that made me happy, since I never touted myself as a math whiz. But there it is, and it's leveled and it's ready to have the track bed applied. That'll be my next thing. And this was an interesting, trying to come back to join up there. You know, I used the track to make sure it would work on that curve, but I think that's going to work out quite nicely, because this will just come, the track bed will just come straight along here, and then I'll just bevel a piece of the composite right into there. And something that I think worked out really well, if you look, we have and this is not, by the way, the track diameter for this is 96 inches, and this is definitely not an 8-foot diameter circle that it makes. It's more like a 6, maybe 7 at the outmost diameter on here. But if you look down the yard, we have another circle of landscaping here that's almost exactly the same diameter, and then we have another circle of landscaping that Karen made down there that's almost exactly the same diameter, and they're equally spaced. So looking from above, we'll have these 3 perfect circles all in a row, and that worked out pretty well. So my next job is going to be to finish the track bed and then begin laying the track. And as I said, the track bed went on really easy. You just lay it in place. You know, you can see over here how it fits in between the L trim perfectly, and then you just screw the L trim directly into it from underneath. All I've got to do is I got to get my chop saw out here, and then get the right angle for the bevels to make the curves to go all the way around down there. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I'm gonna wait for a slightly cooler day to do that. It's been really hot and humid lately. But that'll be the next step, and once that's done, then I can begin laying the track, which shouldn't take much time at all, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So, on to the next leg of the adventure.